Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Crispy and today we are back on my tropical island of Mangolada. This island is part of Crossing Maniac's Last Resort Challenge. It's a 3-month design challenge in which I am participating in, and last episode we worked on these floating bungalows. And today what I want to do is work on our pink villager area. So this is Fuchsia and Flora's area, and I put them up here on this cliff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate around their houses. I'm definitely going to have to redo Fuchsia's house. And Flora's house I may not do too much to. But I have this land bridge going across here, and we have a sunken spiral pond. So I decided to give Flora this sunken spiral pond area that I could decorate with like some flamingos and flowers, and I just thought it would be perfect for our pink villagers. So that is what we're going to work on today. And I may also try to fill in this little area right here because it's just going to be a path mainly and some flowers. And I'll worry about these transition areas later. I may put my rock garden here behind the Nook's Cranny because it's just a transition area that is kind of big enough for a rock garden. And I'm not sure where else I would put it, and then I'm gonna have to break some of these rocks. I'm not gonna do that probably today because I don't think that I am ready yet for a rock garden. I still have all these other areas to decorate. This is gonna be my frogs area over here. I'm going to put one house up there and one over here by my peninsula. So I still have quite a bit of land to cover before I want to tackle a rock garden. And I think it would fit over there better than like over here because this is kind of a little bit of land. I'm not sure what I'm going to put here yet. I don't know. I have Tangy's house up here, which I'm gonna do my like juice tiki bar, I think. So I'll have to do that probably next time. I still have all these flowers to get rid of. They keep spawning on my cliffs, but I'm probably gonna put like a juice tiki bar right here by Tangy's house. And then I also have to decorate around June's yard, which is right here. I'll probably just give her like the same kind of decor that I did the bungalows, and then I still have this little transition area right here, which I'll probably just fill with a bunch of trees and flowers. So still have quite a bit of land to cover, so I'm not gonna do my rock garden today. That will be a future build when it's easier. But I am going to work on these pink villagers yards and the sunken spiral pond and see how far we get today. Alright, so for Fuchsia and Flora's house, I had already laid this path going from the incline to both of their houses, and at this point I had not redone their interior or exterior yet, but I do end up doing that. And so the first thing that I did was lay down this boardwalk code in between their house because I wanted to give them a little centerpiece sitting area. And so I put the boardwalk down first, and then I started filling it in. I had already made up this symmetrical little shell build before I started this. I had just tried to play around with some of the shell items in the game because for this challenge I am required to use shell items for the villager yards, and so I did play around with the placement of this little centerpiece and I was pretty happy with it, and so I just recreated that. I had a picture going, and so I didn't have to place down items and then pick them back up and rearrange them because I already knew what I wanted. But what I wasn't sure about was what to put like in the center. I had decided to use the shell arch and the shell partitions and the shell fountains, but I wasn't sure what to put in the center, and I also wasn't sure if there was the same amount of distance between the two fountains, but then I decided, you know, it's close enough, so I just left it how it was. But I was pretty happy with how this little build came out and their little centerpiece. I think it was cute and fitting, and I thought that the pink really matched both of the villagers pretty well. So I just gave them this little shell centerpiece area, and I decided to put a bench in between in the middle so that they could both have a place to sit. I thought about putting like a chair and a table, but ultimately in the end I just decided to do a little bench. So now I am just starting to decorate around the outside of the houses with just some filler, just some trees and bushes and flowers, just to make it look full and lush. And I'm really loving all the colors on this island. I love all of the pinks and yellows and oranges, and of course the green, because the green mums are my favorite. What is your favorite flower in Animal Crossing if you had to pick? Because mine is definitely the green mums. I love them. I use them on almost every single island. There may not even be an island where I didn't use, oh yes, there was. So I did this winter fairy core island, and it was blue and purple and white, and so for that island I did not use green mums. So that was the only island I think I've ever done where I haven't used green mums. So yeah, but most of them I have, because I just love green. It's my favorite color, and I love using them in the game, and so I try to use them as much as possible. And I'm really glad that I brought yellow into the color scheme on this island, because I think it works really well. And so yeah, I'm really enjoying this island a lot. It's a lot of fun. I'm having fun with all of the builds. I hope you guys are having fun with it too. And so after this island is done, my plans are to start a fall island. I'm hoping to start the fall island by August, but if I finish this island before August, of course I will be, you know, starting the island earlier than that. I know a lot of people are already starting on fall islands and Halloween islands because, you know, it takes a few months to finish an island, so I do not blame them at all. And it's really making me want to start mine because I'm super excited about mine, but I am resisting the urge because I do have 3 islands going at the moment. I finished Briarwood, the tour went up, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed that island and enjoyed that tour. If you haven't seen it, please go and check it out. I worked really hard on that Forest Core Island, and I had a lot of fun with it. I was really super pleased with how it came out, so I would love it if you checked it out if you haven't already. But I finished that one, so I am working on this tropical island. I am working on a members 20-acre nursery rhyme themed island, and I also have my Forever Island going on the Switch too. So that is 3 islands right now, and that is about all I can handle. So I'm gonna wait until this one is finished before I start another one. Even though it's very tempting to start another one, I'm going to refrain But now I am just decorating the little waterfall in front of their houses. I put a few little flamingos up there. I thought that it was fitting since Flora is right there. I tried to add as many flamingos around the build as I could. I put one on like the side of the cliff. I put a few up there, and I added some to the sunken spiral pond, which you will see in a moment. But right now I'm just adding some vines to the cliffs because, of course, Purple Pixie always tells me I need to add vines, and I agree. It's definitely fitting to have a bunch of vines on the cliffs for a tropical island. So I try to add as many as I can, and so, but yeah, I'm really enjoying this island. I'm loving getting back into it. I have had a bit of a break because we did go on vacation, so I didn't work on this island for about a week or so, and I did have to pre-schedule some of my videos that came out while we were gone. But yeah, sorry if you heard that. My husband just texted me. But yeah, I am really enjoying this island. I am loving getting back into it. I have really loved this theme, and I am so happy that I did go back to a natural tropical theme, because at first I was trying to do kind of like a town core tropical island, and I just wasn't loving the structure. I wasn't loving the straight lines. It was really stressing me out trying to plan out like the island map and where everything was gonna go, the layout. And so, you know, if you are decorating an island and you get really stressed out over like the layout, I just would recommend going back to your comfort zone, because that is what I did. And I do like to step out of my comfort zone every once in a while, but it also, you know, sometimes it just stresses me out. And Animal Crossing is really my comfort game. It's a game that I can go to and just chill and enjoy and have fun with, and I don't like to be stressed out. I know none of us do. So, you know, I'm just glad that I went with my gut and decided to throw it all out the window, all of the layouts that I had tried and planned. And I mean, I did attempt to change the layout on this island like 10 different times. So I'm glad that I just went back to my roots and just went natural. And there is some structure on this island. There is some structure and some straight lines with the boardwalk code, but for the most part, it is pretty natural, and I'm really enjoying it a lot. So I'm gonna be sad when this island is done. Even though I am ready to start a new one, it is sometimes sad to see them go. But yeah, by the end, I think most of us anyway are just ready to be finished and ready to move on. And I get that way towards the end of an island when I am just I have like interiors and beaches left. I get very done. I was very done with Briarwood towards the end because I had left a lot of my interiors to, you know, the last minute, and so I had to redo pretty much all 10 of my villagers, almost all 10. I think maybe I had 8 or so to do at once, and that is a lot. Interiors are not my favorite thing, so even though I do them and I do HHP every single time, I am not ecstatic about it. I'm not excited about it because they're not my favorite, but I am so happy when they are done, because I just think that if the interiors match the theme, it just really, I don't know, it just makes it feel so, so right and so, I don't know, complete. And so I really love to do them. But there's been islands where I haven't done HHP before, and a lot of times when people visit DAs, they don't even go into the interiors. So it's not like, you're always missing out on too much. But anyways, so I am just finishing up the villager yards, and then we will get to the sunken spiral pond. I was so excited to do a sunken spiral pond. It's just something that I've only attempted, I think, once before on my red and green mushroom island of Evergrove. I did a spiral pond, and I am not the best terraformer. I do struggle with it a lot, especially waterscaping and trying to make everything look natural, but I am trying to get better. And so I am, kind of reaching out there and trying more difficult waterscaping, and a spiral pond I think is kind of difficult to do. But if you look up a tutorial on a spiral pond, there's one by, I think, Luna Bell, I think that's her name. She hopefully that's her name. If not, I'll put her name up on the screen. But she has an excellent tutorial that I have followed. And so right here, I'm starting on this broken tile path, and I was gonna leave the two paths separate, but then I decided that I didn't like how it looked, so I just decided to continue the sand path over to the land bridge and the sunken spiral pond. So that is what I'm doing here, just filling in the pathway, and I did cut a lot of that out so that you don't have to watch me lay path. But now we are on the sunken spiral pond, and I've found this so much fun. I just was planning this for a while. I had terraformed this a while ago, but I didn't want to give it away, so I was trying to hide my map a little bit because I didn't want to spoil it. But for some reason I just thought that flamingos around water just made sense, and so I thought a spiral pond would be the perfect build for a flamingo area. And so of course I had to give Flora a little spiral pond by her house, and so I'm really happy with how this came out. I think it turned out really cute. I just put as much flamingos and flowers around it as I possibly could, and it was a little bit hard to get around but yeah, I managed to fill it all in and use my vaulting pole. It's not something that you would necessarily be able to get to if you visit the DA, because it's down in a sunken area, but I still wanted to decorate it and for you to be able to view it. And this is how I did my lotus flower garden on my 10-day cherry blossom island. And so after I did that, I really loved how it came out, and I just wanted to build and create more sunken areas like this. And so I'm really happy with how it came out. I did get some inspiration, of course, from Minxie Crossing, because Minxie had like this sunken spiral pond on, I think it was her tropical island, her tropical fairy core island. I love that island so much, and she had like waterfalls coming down to it, and so I tried to do my own version of that here. And so shout out to Minxie Crossing for giving me that inspiration. I just love how we are all able to build and give each other inspo and get ideas and take them and run with them and make them our own and put our own spin on them. And I just love that about this game. I'm constantly being inspired by so many amazing Animal Crossing creators, and even just people who just play the game for fun. They don't necessarily have channels and make content, but they just play it for fun, and then they submit their DAs for island tours on people's channels, and I see them and they're an inspiration too. I mean, you know, everybody inspires everyone in this game. So if I'm just visiting random DAs, or if I'm watching streams where, you know, the DAs are being toured, it's just great to be able to get that inspiration and yeah, just put your own spin on it and make it your own. And to me, that is what keeps the game fun. Just being able to get inspiration and feel that excitement of, oh, I want to do that, you know, I want to do this theme or that theme, or I want to create something like that on my island, you know. So I definitely would recommend visiting some DAs, even Pinterest, you know, for getting inspiration and getting excitement back, because I know sometimes we all struggle with some burnout and some, you know, feelings of being stuck and not knowing what to do. So whenever I feel that way, I just, you know, go onto Pinterest, or I look for some DAs where I can go and look and see what another person did and what they put in this build, or what builds they did, or what items they used. And it helps me you know, get past that feeling of being stuck. So I would definitely recommend that to anyone who is feeling stuck or a little bit burnt out or not knowing what to do. I know it doesn't always help. It's hard to get inspiration sometimes, but it definitely has helped me in the past. And so I would definitely recommend that. But we are almost finished with this little walkway, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed this build. I really loved doing it. It covered a really big area too, so we only have some transition areas left. I have to do Tangy's Tiki Bar juice bar area. I was gonna just give her like a tiki juice bar type build in front of her house, and then I have to decorate June's yard still, and I have to move my frogs over here to this side of the land bridge, the right side over here, and I have to decorate their yards. I want to try to possibly do a rock garden if I can find some space. I do still have a pool code as well, but I'm not sure if I will have room for a pool or where I'm gonna put it, but we'll see if I have room somewhere. I do want to leave space for walkways and stuff in the transition areas, so not sure if I will have room, but I also have to finish I haven't really done any of my beaches yet, so I have to decorate my beaches. But for the most part, I have done all the builds required for this challenge, other than the Tiki Bar, which I was gonna give Tangy, and I may make more Tiki Bars on the beaches, I'm not sure, but I just thought, since, you know, it's Tangy, that an orange, you know, or juice bar build Tiki Bar would be good for her. I thought that would be fitting. So that's what I was going to give her. And originally I had put like a ridge across this island, this cliff here, and I was going to do this volcano ridge for my frogs on the island, Henry and Tad. But then I decided to do this spiral pond instead. So I'm not sure if I will do that, or if I'll just give them like a dormant volcano up on their little waterfall cliff there. Not sure yet, but I have changed a lot of the layouts and placements on this island of all the different houses and buildings many times, but I think I'm finally happy with where everything is. I think everything is pretty much into place other than maybe my 2 frogs. So I will have to move their houses, but yeah, it's pretty much where it's gonna be. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed this build. I'm gonna show you how their interiors came out in just a moment. But I just wanted to thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all my members. I am so appreciative of everyone who watches, comments, likes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in just a moment for the interiors. Alright, so I'm just putting this in here before we look at the finished outside. This is Fuchsia's house that I redid. It's very pink, just like Flora's. I just thought I would embrace the pink, because before she had like a pink shanty wall and like a bunch of red cute DIY stuff, and it just did not go together at all. So I gave her this instead, pink tropical, and I think that it still goes with her personality. She still has a little DIY workbench, but it's now pink instead of red. I mean, Fuchsia is pink, she's not red, so I think it goes better with her, and I'm pretty happy with how this came out. Alright, and here we have Flora's house. It's a little similar but also different, and also very pink. I just gave her a little kitchen area, and she has her elegant bed and the little sea globe, and I love this pink Moroccan couch. I thought it went really well. So yeah, this is how Flora's house came out. And we are done, and I have my helper here.
Hello.
And so today I worked on Flora and Fuchsia's yards, and we decorated a spiral pond.
Sounds great.
With a bunch of flamingos.
I can see that.
So I just did this walkway transition area up to Fuchsia's house, and then Flora's house is over here, very pink,
very tropical,
and I gave them a little bench and a bunch of shell items in between their houses.
I like it.
And then this is the walkway leading to the spiral pond.
Wow, I like it.
So there's like 4 flamingos over there.
Yeah, the flamingo spiral.
They do.
The
so
flamingo
if you do
spiral.
the little camera trick, then you can get up a little bit higher and see it all.
I want to see it on the map.
Okay.
Let's see it on the map.
Ta-da!
There it is.
So I've done a lot of this island. I just have this upper left corner, basically. I still have to do Tangy's house and June's house. And I have to do all of this walkway underneath where I'm standing right now, but that's just like a transition area, so
Okay.
it's coming along.
Yeah,
So you like it?
I like it. It's pretty cool.
I really like how it came out. All right, we are going to say bye.
Okay, bye. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.